So did the Nintendo Switch 2, or whatever the next Nintendo console is going to be called, did its name just get leaked? It's possible. The source is coming from a user over on Reddit who posted something that is very intriguing, to say the very least. Guys, before we jump into this, if you do enjoy this one, a like would be super appreciated. Really helps out the channel, lets YouTube know that you guys enjoy the content, and so of course YouTube shares it with more people. If you don't like it, let me know why, so I can improve the content in the future, and be sure to subscribe for more Nintendo content here on the channel. So this is what's going on. Reddit poster posted that they had a YouTube survey. So, you know, sometimes you have ads. Maybe you had one on this video. It helps feed the family, okay? If you've seen those YouTube ads, sometimes you'll see one that specifically talks about, well, it's not talks about, but it's a survey. It's not necessarily, a actual ad, but it's more like, hey, choose multiple options here, kind of thing. If you've seen those, maybe you know what I'm talking about. Well, this one had to do with a survey with which of these gaming products would you consider buying. I'm going to throw it up on screen right now so you guys can take a look at it, and it's very interesting. So it says, again, YouTube advertised survey, help YouTube by answering one of the questions. So this is directly from YouTube. It's one of their own surveys, and it says, which of these gaming products would you consider buying? And it has PS5, Xbox Series X listed, but instead of the Nintendo Switch, it has the Nintendo Attach, which is very interesting, to say the very least. So again, what is the Nintendo Switch Attach? Sorry, it doesn't say Nintendo specifically, it just says Switch Attach. And we know, of course, that rumors been going around calling, this next console a Nintendo Switch 2, and so it's probably going to be linked to the Nintendo Switch. If you haven't seen my other videos talking about all these different rumors, I'll just reiterate it very briefly for you. But if you go back in the old days, we had the NES and the Super NES, right? They were both kind of, the Super NES was different, but it was sort of a reiteration of the NES, right? Same thing with, the Wii and the Wii U, right? The Wii U was basically kind of a reiteration of the Wii. Some people called it kind of like an attachment, if you will, for the Wii. There was a couple different consoles like that, right? We had the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color that eventually was, the Game Boy Advance, for example. It was kind of a new iteration of the Game Boy. Of course, we had the DS, which we also had the DS Lite, and then that came into a new iteration, which was the 3DS. So Nintendo's done this a lot. So, having the Switch name in it is not surprising. The only thing that I'll say that is weird that is absent is the Nintendo name. Nintendo Switch Attach is what you would think it would be called, not just the Switch Attach, because Nintendo's name is usually in it. If you were to typically see a survey like this and it had the Switch, it wouldn't just say PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Switch. It would usually most likely say Nintendo Switch. I could be wrong. Either way. There's also the possibility that this is, fake and doctored, I guess you could say. So take that into consideration. But let's play off the idea that it is real. If it is real, what could the Switch Attach mean? Well, again, there's so many different possibilities. It could be a Switch that you maybe attach a second screen to it, kind of like a DS, right? Where you're attaching it to some kind of other sort of element that adds a different sort of thing to it, right? Like, for example, let's say we have the docked version, whatever that would be, and that's 4K, right? It just makes complete sense that whatever it is 4K. Maybe it's a console that remains there. Unlike the Switch right now, it's like a console that goes into a dock. Maybe it's not a docked console. Maybe it's a console that maybe it's more in line with the controller itself, that you attach it to something else, right? Maybe it's like you have the Joy-Con still, and you there's like a screen that you can have that you attach. I don't know. Okay, guys, I'm trying to think of something on the fly. I didn't think this through. It's not making sense, but let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you guys think it could be, because, again, I'm just trying to spitball on the kind of on the fly, if you will, and try to come up with, maybe some ideas. But out of the name, what could it be? There's also the possibility that this is just a code name, right? Like the Nintendo NX ended up being the Nintendo Switch. That could also be, the case. It might not actually be called the Nintendo Switch Attach. Regardless, if this is real, why it showed up in a YouTube survey, your guess is as good as mine, and I hope we get some kind of information sooner than later. The rumors have been March, we're going to have some kind of announcement, but then the rumors were, well, Nintendo's pushing everything down the timeline, where this console was supposed to come out late 2024. Now it's aiming for early 2025 is what the rumors say. So maybe everything got kind of, pushed down the tunnel, if you will, the timeline. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to talk about this because it's interesting, you know, and obviously we're all really excited. We can't wait to see what this is, and you know, it's about time we get a new Nintendo console. It's been, you know, quite a number of years now. We're going on to what came out 2017, if I recall correctly. So this is you know, seven years the Switch has been out. So it's about time. It's about time for a new console, my friends. Let me know your thoughts. Stick around for more, and until the next one, game on. Thanks for watching.